What's up, everyone? This is Bebe Lolita for Cigara, Sister Live, and I found a friend right here. Okay, and she's dressed immaculately. Look at that. So, welcome to the channel, everyone. And this is going to be a fun recap of my paranormal trip. Welcome to Vlogoween right here on the second official YouTube channel. I did a recap on the first official YouTube channel in a more subdued vibe, so make sure you go over there because this one's going to be really, really quick. I'm out here in the beautiful lake, and it is just beautiful. And this is a cool friend right here. Look at those shoes and everything. So, do I hear anything? Any paranormal activities? Do I hear anything? Hello, 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 hello. What do I hear? Hello, who are you? The fairy, the fairy. The fairy? Yes. And where are you from, fairy? This fairy is from where? Wonderland. And do you send good vibes? I can't hear you. Say that again. What? They send good vibes. Well, thank you for stopping through on the vibrations. Bye now. Bye-bye. Okay, everyone. Just doing some really fun stuff there on the vibration tip. And it's a beautiful day out here at the lake. Got some beautiful magnolias and stuff like that. Big old magnolia tree. And let me just show you. Look how beautiful that is. I mean, it's just like absolutely beautiful. And so I guess we're going to take a walk. But check it out. There is a big spider web over there, and I'm just feeling the vibrations. There are also some swans out here too, so you'll be hearing them. But let's talk. And I'm gonna hit the bench over here, so come stroll with me. Do you see any spiders? Okay. Well, at any rate, I'm not a big fan of spiders. But this is in appreciation of Representative Merle Smith given by Friends of the Garden. So I'm looking around to make sure there are no spiders, because I just have this crazy affinity of spiders. But let me also show you this real cool shot of the little girl that way, and then that's the beautiful magnolias that they have out here. And it's overcast because it's about to rain. But let me just give you a real quick synopsis here, and I did the full scope over on the first official YouTube channel. And they're my eyes. It's been a long week for Vlogoween, and I'm just loving all of the vibes and everything. And I hope that you have enjoyed week one. And there are some really cool Vlogoweens that's happening around YouTube, so make sure you check that out as well. So, some things that I didn't touch on the first official YouTube channel. You know, you definitely need to be of an intuitive spirit to feel these vibrations. And for me, it's just something that's God-given, unnatural, unforced. There are a lot of strong, intuitive women in my family. So just that generational vibe on both sides. So the road trip out to Statesburg, South Carolina. We went to April William April Ellison Jr.'s family gravesite. When I got there, the vibrations were very strong. I felt the curious vibrations, and they were very strong. He was born a slave to a slave woman of color, and his father was either the slave master or his father's son was his father. I'm not quite clear on that part. But he gained his freedom, and we have bee activity happening too around here, and we both have beautiful smelling perfume on. But at any rate, did you get stung? Okay, well, then you can go on to the vehicle. Here we go again. But at any rate, when we got there, I felt really strong vibrations. They were curious vibrations, and you could feel the seriousness. For me, it was just like curious about me. And then upon getting right there at the gravesite, heard the knocking. And then when I looked back at the footage, you know, I thought about it. William Ellison Jr., he was a blacksmith. That was his trade. And he was cotton gin. In the Antebellum era, he was the wealthiest black man in South Carolina. But going a little bit back, you know, he was the son of a slave master, or the slave master's son's son. So he was of mulatto descent. Again, like I said in the documentary version, like many of us. And he was taught how to read and write. They got him the trade as the blacksmith and then cotton gin maker. And then he came to Statesburg, South Carolina, and there he had the plantation, the Borough Plantation, which still exists to today. There are private owners that own that. And, you know, he made good for himself. The controversial part was him being a free man. And then he had his family, his wife, his children, and he bought them to free them and to keep all of them connected. And that's how many persons of color who had their freedoms, they tried to buy their family members. Sounds harsh, it sounds crazy, but they did that to keep the family together, because we know in the historia of slavery that families were separated, torn apart, just awful. And like I said in the case study on the First Official YouTube, make sure you go over there. Slavery is not a choice, okay? And even though we had someone recently, and I'm not going to even name them because they're canceled for life, if you keep up with the media, the person who said slavery is a choice, slavery was not a choice, and it's so disrespectful. But at any rate, he bought his family's freedom. He owned slaves who worked, and some of the historians stated that April was a hard taskmaster, and he was the cruelest of all slave masters in the state of South Carolina. He was more cruel than anybody else. Now, come on. Really? And I'm not giving any past, but like I said before, when I was out there at the gravesite and getting these vibrations, I did state that, you know, sometimes you have to do a mask to keep people at bay, because they already hate the fact that you're wealthy and you're black, you're a free man in Antebellum era, and you have your family together to a certain point. And then if you go over on the First Official YouTube channel, where I kind of break it down even more, you know, I talk about that. But we're going to keep walking here. Come on, let's walk. Because the sun is beaming. Are you coming? You want to walk that way? Okay. We're going to keep it going here. But the vibrations that I got was really real. Oh, we're coming upon another cool statue too. But the vibrations that I got were very, very real. And it was curious vibrations at first. And then from there, oh my God, I heard that knocking. And then when I looked back at the footage, I was just like, okay, could that have been a little sign from the blacksmith, the knock, knock, knock? And you can hear that on the visuals. All right. And let me just go around this way. And this is some good exercise too. So here's another cute little statue of someone. Look at there. Hello, little fellow. And this is all live stream, everyone. Look how peaceful. Oh my God, look at the black swans. Oh my God, aren't they pretty? Hello, fellas. But look at this little guy. Hello. Hello. Oh, there, there. Oh, la, la, la. Okay, so then the curious vibrations, and then I felt this overwhelming need to talk about that controversial topic of him being this hard taskmaster. What do we see? Oh yeah, I caught that. We're gonna be just in and out showing you these things real quick. Look how beautiful this area is. Okay, and we're walking. So I felt the strong vibrations to just kind of clear that up. Looked like that just kept going on and on and on for me to just clear it up. Here, wait a minute. Listen. I just felt the strong vibrations just to clear it up and everything like that. So they also have a push and listen. Come out the sun a little bit. I got someone with me, so we had some people walking, so I just didn't want to get too many other noise in. Let's come out the sun here. Woo, and then we'll keep walking. But that's the push and talk. Let me show you. This is the push and talk. So I think he's finished talking. Now if it does it again and we didn't push it, that means there's a paranormal. But anyway, okay, so I just felt overwhelming energy to just, hey, tell this story. And then I felt regal vibes there, peaceful vibes, humble vibes, and just proud vibes. That's what I felt. So then heard noise on the other side of the woods, because, you know, once you pass the plantation fence and you make that left on Old Garner's Ferry Road, which was the old highway from Sumter County in Statesburg, South Carolina, to lead you on into Columbia, South Carolina. My hair, you already know. You know, there's no place to fully park. You have to park on the side of the road, as you could tell from the film footage. But on the other side, there was like this cracking that kept trying to get my attention. And I was just like, okay. And it wasn't as really good vibes there, because, you know, you're talking about Antebellum era, civil rights, General Thomas Sumter, all this stuff. It's just so much activity there. And then, like I said, I'm very familiar with the area because my great-grandmother, who was born in 1891, a free woman of color, to be clear, free, born in 1891. I had her in my life for 29 years, and a lot of people know the story, but for the TAHDAH squad and everyone else, I have to keep saying it. But she was born in 1891, free woman of color of Native American descent, and she lived until 2000 at 109 years old, 29 years of my life. And it was just, you know, I'm familiar with that area, and so there's a lot of vibes happening there. Okay, so that crack kept coming from that side, and so at this point I had my tactical out. That was a leaf that went by there. I had my tactical out and my firearm, and I took the safety off because you just never know. And like I said, in the other parts, being a you know, hiker and used to the woods and stuff like that, you know, safety is a must when you go different places and have your phones charged up, just using common sense. So when I felt that crackle there, I didn't feel as good vibes, but it was just like, take the shine off what you're here for and focus on here. And I was just like, not happening. So that wasn't happening. So then after that, when we did the paranormal with the walkie-talkie, because it picks up good vibrations, you could hear the different vibrations in there. And I felt it. And then I just felt overwhelmed with a whole bunch of energy. And we can keep walking now. The sun just kind of fake. Let's keep on walking around. Get it, stretch our legs here. Just that, you know, you don't want to get people on camera too much, and then some people want to be on camera and you don't really want them on camera because there are chatterboxes around you and stuff like that. So I want to try and keep this as light and free as possible. So those vibrations, after I got back in the car and we turned on the walkie-talkie and you felt those vibrations happening. It was like, wow. It was really overwhelming, and you could feel that overwhelming on my face when you looked at the film footage. So I just thought that was good to see that come across on my face and everything. So yeah, I was quite overwhelmed with all of that. And then everything just kind of subsided, and I felt really good afterwards. But you have to you can walk in front. You have to cleanse yourself after you do these things, because you get so much full of emotion. And when you cleanse yourself, you get back to your normal stance. So there's no conjuring or anything like that. It's just that it was a big thing of emotion that was happening with us. And my mom's, you know, she said that she even saw some smoke in the tree, so that could have been like fog or something like that. And then she heard some of the vibrations from the truck, you know, like the knocking and stuff like that. So that was really interesting, you know, to get that, especially for Vlogoween and everything like that. So yeah, I was, you know, prepared on every level, tactical, mental, spiritual, and it was just really, really good to see that. So if you go over on the First Fisher YouTube, you can see more of those vibes. And I'm really enjoying others with their paranormals and just how they're doing their Vlogoweens. It's just really a beautiful thing. Okay, we can turn around. So, this is just but stay with me because I'm going to kind of show some of this stuff. So I'm going to let you all see some of the beauty of the lake here. Stay with me. I want to be on camera so you walk alongside me. And the beautiful big trees. You know, I'm always a lover of trees and stuff like that. Like, trees could just really tell a story. Everything could. Just beautifulness all around. So for more of a full scope that's a little more defined, make sure you go on the First official YouTube channel, CIGARASTCISTAR, and we're going to be doing some more paranormal adventure for Vlogoween and even afterwards. And you could tell after I got back in the truck, I was like, I needed that cigar. Like, really needed it. So that was cool. But I like showcasing different stuff. And let me show you this treescape right here that's giving me all kind of life right here. Look at that. The formation of that. Do you see it? Like, it's all craggly. You know, I'm all about my otherworldly vibes. Look at that. That's amazing. What kind of story is that telling with the branches and stuff like that? When I was a little girl, because my mom is a retired school teacher, you know, she would bring these pop-up books and fantasy books and stuff like that, because I'm a curious child and fantasy-driven, curious and all that. And she recognized the whole intuitiveness in me, just like my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my abuelas and all that. And also, let me show you something else I'm going to touch on just real quick here. You see that, and that, like these little indentions? Those are strawberries. Guess who was pregnant with me and was craving strawberries? And they say when you're pregnant, when you're craving something, don't touch yourself. So when she went like that or something for those strawberries in Tampa, I don't know if my doll was there to tell her don't do it, but I have strawberries. So these are strawberries. So when people was like, oh my gosh, you have really big pores, I was like, I do. Those are strawberries because my mama craved them. And we're going to talk about that too. That's part of the folklore and stuff. And I know some people have other markings on them, cherries and bananas. I even have someone who had just different other stuff, I guess when the mother was craving and she touched herself. So thought that was cool. So I have strawberries on my cheeks. But yeah, William Ellison, that whole vibe was amazing. And like I said, just at the family plot there, I felt those regal vibes, those humble vibes, and then that urging to say, I wasn't a hard taskmaster like that. And I get more in depth to that on the First Official YouTube channel, so make sure you go over there. So that's 20 minutes with Bebe right here for Vlogoween on the live stream, the after paranormal vibe. But make sure you go on the First Official YouTube channel to catch the more sublime type vibe. And I thank you so much for locking in with me on the live stream. I'm Bebe, Cigara St. Sister. You're at Cigara St. Sister Live. Welcome to Vlogoween and TAHDAH Squad and all new subscribers on both channels. Thank you so much for the love. Week 1 is in the books, baby. And week 2 is going to be epic. So let me get this back shot here. This is really dope. This is very serene out here, but definitely we're going to be doing a lot of travels on both channels. It's about to go up some notches. It's about to go up some notches. So at any rate, I'm about to go grab me some salad, and then I'm going to be doing some other stuff because with this Vlogoween, I got some more media stuff to do outside of YouTube. But it's always appreciated having everyone here. Vlogoween, Cigaroween, there's a lot more fun stuff to come. And thanks so much for locking in. I'm Bebe, Cigara St. Sister. Peace. And oh yeah, before I go, see, I missed this on the other one. Before I go, see, the outro was so good. When we got back in the car, and you see that, when I looked up with all those emotions coming through, even more so when I got back in the SUV, and shout out to Cadillac. I'm a Cadillac lady. Cadillac always keeps me rolling good. I was in my older baby. The time when I looked up was 444. 444 is a beautiful angel number. It represents that your angels are with you, great vibes and stuff like that. And so I thought it was so cool. By the time I turned the camera around, it was 445. But still, I was just like, this is great. It was phenomenal from beginning to end. So, it's my little dress. And then look, let's see, can you see my witchy? Can you see my socks? I hope you can see those socks. Let me see. Okay. I'm not playing around. So people think these like witchy socks, but they're just colorful. Okay. And look at the Swan. Look how regal. Look how regal she is, or he is. That's beautiful. Bye, little fella. Bye, regal one. Look at that. Okay, so I'm out of here. Bebe Lolita, Cigara St. Sister, and more Vlogoween to come. TAHDAH Squad and all others. Peace and love.